Bougie on the Novaria because Diablo is busy in your face.
And now said and done, we are going into match point between Bleed versus RSG. Bleed gonna have to really be careful with what RSG have got in store for them, as I believe that death is going to be served on a silver platter.
There's not a pun in it.
There's no
because
pun.
Lucian QD name is Death.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't make sense to you guys. The joke just flew by.
Did you hear the crickets?
The crickets is pretty loud in here, guys.
That's a very heavy whoosh coming in. But well, I'm sorry, maybe we can talk a little bit more about it off cam and off broadcast so that I can laugh off cam.
You can laugh off game for me.
Yeah, but okay, so we are talking about mid lane control. This is very likely what we would want to see out of RSG versus Bleed. The middle lane is ultimately very, very important. They cannot allow Novaria, at least for RSG side, they cannot allow Novaria to be stuck in the lane. They need to get Bougie out of the lane. They need to find a way to get him out of the lane in order to throw more than just a single ball.
Exactly,
right
and JPL forced the flicker. FMM forced to use the flicker as well, and that's 2 flickers down on the side of Bleed.
That's huge, right? Already the
Very
flicker
huge.
down, coming on to this turtle, spawning in 30 seconds. Is not going to be up for this fight, so you know that RSG can definitely capitalize on that. The only thing being, unlike the previous game, they don't have those ultimates that can set them up really well for the turtle here, right? Lucian QD is not going to be, probably not going to be hit in time for that turtle there. So we're going to see how this exactly plays out and what's RSG's game plan going into this.
I mean, they got Bougie, right? Bougie on the Novara, you have the Asher Echo, you gotta give a lot of vision on your team as well. And that's gonna be very, very good for RSG. I mean, that's the way to set up towards the turtle fight, or maybe, you know, giving information to your team as well.
There is actually quite a lot of synergy coming in. The Astro Echo together with the rest of the ultimates coming from RSG, and Diablo usually plays the Execute, but this time he had decided to go for Petrify. So whenever you see that, the Astro Echo will be accompanied by the ultimate from the side of Diablo and the Petrify. This allows them to take control of the main team fight. The only thing that will work out for Bleed, or one of the main things that will work out very well, is that KLBJ will zone RSG out and take the turtle for themselves. So in all, RSG likely to win fights, but lose in objectives.
Wow, what a play, like you said, right? I mean, with the Asher Echo, Lucian QD comes in and Diablo comes in with the Electro Final Blow as well as the Petrify, and, you know, takes out FMM just at an instant.
It could be that they win out in team fights but lose your blue.
Oh,
that's a mistake.
Mistake, big solo kill there.
That's a human error, I'm gonna have to say, unfortunately. But with that said, it seems like they're in the bottom lane. Another human error coming in. What is going on with RSG right now? They wanted to go for a kill on the deck, only for Oki to eat every single one of the Nibiru's passion in the face. But Bougie.
Oh, the Star Shatter sniped out onto deck. I mean, a pretty bad call there, but a lot of human errors, a lot of mistakes coming out from both sides.
That gives Bleed that chance to close that gap that RSG has created in the first fight. Right? I'm gonna go into an instant replay here to see what exactly went down in that fight now. Lucian QD, I think this was the latter part of the fight already, chasing down deck, getting caught by the Mystic Gush here, and then Bougie coming in to get that completely missed, but we saw earlier on already.
But the timing was actually very impeccable from the side of Bougie. He made sure that the other 2 reinforcements make sure that they gotta walk away first. But we gotta hold on that thought, as Deck is gonna find himself in deep trouble, as that is gonna be a 4-man gank down onto Deck, and that will help RSG to completely, equalize the goal lane.
They need to do that as well, right? Because you know that Oki's gonna take some time to come online as well. Dak already having 1 kill in his bag. You need to shut him down early before he manages to get any of his key items. So right now, RSG holding the fort across really well. Diablo though, a bit of a brawl up top here with Sagitnu. Has to keep the pressure because the turtle is up on top side.
Yep, and KLBJ just going at it. Bougie putting a little bit of pressure, and Ray is there as well. Astra Echo Extra Echo, they're going to be pushing on to Brado.
It doesn't seem like our Bleed did manage to take the turtle for themselves, which is kind of a surprise if you ask me.
Diablo.
Electro Final Blow unfortunately did not manage to land on anyone, but Lose Cutie with the Divine Judgment did manage to onto FMM. And that is going to spiral RLG into yet another fight. Diablo, he's trying to get himself out of that, but it does seem like he does have Hunter Strike, and that amount of movement speed ought to get him out of sight.
Out of sight it is, and what a insane play. I mean, Bray getting locked against the wall by KLVJ, you know, on the heavy spin, but still able to capture that turtle with the retribution. I have to give it to Bray. That was a precise play.
And managing to catch out FMM on top of all of that, right? It's a huge, big win there for RSG. So right now, looking at the items, you can see Oki already has that tourism size built up.
Ice Queen won already.
Yes.
God already have Ice Queen 1. Okay. I think that is going to be pretty detrimental over to RSG, completely slowing people down, and that is going to be tough. But I would love to see how the macro game for RSG would be like.
I mean, we have no doubts on their ability to play the macro, right? Especially with this pickup here on Benedetta for Diablo, you know that he's going to be able to have that entrance in the late game. If anything goes wrong, they're going to split push as usual, and their composition here allows for exactly that as well. Now, RSG and Bleed both setting up down here a conceal play.
Oh, conceal after a conceal, and Lucid Cutie finds himself in the brunt of the damage, and unfortunately, RSG loses one, and I don't think that they are ready for this upcoming turtle fight in 20 seconds.
Yep. Vertigo, you asked for the play by JPL there. That was exactly that. The onward and the throwback onto him, but it looks like RSG wants blood as well.
Onward and throwback by JPL was the perfect setup as well, and they're gonna spot out Diablo in the bush. But I have to say, RSG right now, they have the lead, and they're just trying to slowly turn that lead into value. You know, they're just trying to find value into their lead, snowball and get ahead of lead. But oh, Divine Judgment.
And it's JPL taken down right as the turtle is currently available. Diablo is not stopping. Oh, he whiffed his Petrify, but he's trying to go for the kill on the deck. He did manage to get himself away from all of that. The turtle's taken down, and FMM's taken down. Oki and Lucid Cutie finds himself in a very precarious situation, and they gotta have to go back unless Buji is trying to be greedy. He did manage to get a snipe down on the deck. Not quite enough to bring him down just yet though. Zagitnu, he don't have a lot of health, but it's more than enough for him to be safe.
Red team turret has been
Right there by
destroyed.
Bougie. He's gonna land on KLVJ, so all safe for now. Lucius
Red
checking
team
the
turret
pressures
has
there.
been
They managed to
destroyed.
take down this bottom tier 1 turret, so a win for RSG here, but they press on.
And onwards, and Earth Shatter just gonna be conducting down onto
Blue
Lucid
hero
Cutie.
has
The
been
sacrificial
slain.
lab for RSG once again.
Fortunately, losing his life there. Now Beat has a
Oki.
chance to come back
Ooh.
here. The snipe there by Oki take up so much of his HP, but they're not going to be able to close out that fight just yet. Now, RSG, like you said, right, they might lose out on objectives, but the thing is, do they need to go for that? Because they can
Blue
just go
team
for the
turret
kills,
has
and the
been
moment they
destroyed.
have a numbers advantage, that's what gives them the opening to start taking
team
these
turret
structures
has
down.
been
So
destroyed.
they're basically all over the map now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because RSG is actually out macroing Bleed right now. That is what I'm seeing, and it technically shouldn't be the case. JPL even had to go for a flicker and Earth Shatter
Red
only
team
to
hero
find
has been
no
slain.
value out of that, giving
Oh,
RSG the counter initiate. That is not good. With
Wow.
JPL expending a flicker for his own death. KillVJ, the jungler that also gone down. This is all gonna be spiraling downhill.
While RSG with the punish onto Bleed. The moment Bleed with RSG, they're gonna hunt you down and they're gonna punish you real hard. You know, and right now RSG, we saw earlier it was a 2,000 goalie, and right now it's at 5,000 already.
They're snowballing towards the late game, right?
Red
And right
team
now it's
turret
mid,
has
but it
been
seems like
destroyed.
Oki's already online, taking down these structures in just a couple seconds. RSG gonna look towards the Lord here that's just spawned up as well. They're really accelerating the pace
Oh,
of
wow.
this game, and the huge vision now.
Astro Echo spots out 4 members in JPL, chunked down to 50% HP. He's going to be trying to get the Lord over to their side. I mean, right now, RSG, they have 5 members. Let's take a look at it. Keep your eyes on Diablo, guys. Keep your eyes on Diablo. Look at how he's going to be flanking.
Oh, not only him, but Oki is flanking as well. As the rest of the members from the side of RSG just going to be jumping over to the back lines, but Oki is still going to be A-OK. They managed to bring FMM and JBL down both, and that gets sniped out from downtown by Bougie. Well, Sagitnu, I don't think you're going anywhere, buddy.
Oh, he's running for his life, but right now Bray just trying to chase him down, and Diablo doing the Lord's work as well, walking in and trying to chunk down the turret. And I have to say that was a very, very good fight from RSG as well. They were phenomenal with the flank, Diablo, Astral Echo, and the Star Shatter. Sagitnu runs low. Can he survive this? No, Appraiser's Rave is going to be able to take him out as well.
Well, for the side of Bleed, they already got most of their members back already, while the Lord actually went in the favor of Bleed. So that is one thing that works out for Bleed. But the question is if whether they are able to extend the life of the Lord, if whether they are able to find the value out of this Lord.
I think they...
Oh, the flick.
Oh, hold on!
This doesn't seem like Bray is gonna get out of that alive. Losing Cutie was hoping that he'll be able to go on a flank mission and try to find out where Deck is, but he died finding out that as well. With 3 members from the side of RSG taken down, JPL is probably gonna be the next one in mind. Oki, luckily for him, he's still gonna be alive. Bougie is not exactly in the right place as he threw out his little meteor. As such, KLVJ goes forward, takes him down.
And Bleed with a 4-man takedown there, 2 for 4, and this is Bleed's time to balance it out and try to equalize the goal economy right now. But taking a look at items here, Sagitnu going for a tanky boy build. You know, going with the Dom Eyes along with the Oracle, but is going to go for a Bloodlust Axe in the meantime. Taking a look at KLVJ as well, going for full tank. FMM already completing his 2 wands.
See, I mean, Oki is huge right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yet another one. They're focusing down on the Bray, but Appraiser's Wrath is not quite enough to sustain him out of that fight. While Diablo was hoping that he will be able to get Electro Final Blow to do something about it, all of that. He's still unable to get a kill down in just yet. He don't have to Petrify as well. As such, with Bray, Oki, and Losing Cutie taken down, it's all left with Bougie and Diablo. They don't have any frontliners in this case, but that is not what I was expecting from the side of Bleed.
Wow.
Kill VJ, FMM, and Deck. The 3 of them is very painful, so you've gotta have to still watch out for him as Diablo fed himself over to the wolves, over to the side of Bleed.
Now this is starting to look dire for RSG, right? A quick snap of the fingers. It seemed like for a moment RSG had it all. They were able to surprise Bleed, Oki coming with the back, coming from the back actually, to take them down. But right now you can't do that to Bleed more than once, especially not as they are now grouping up as 5 and they know exactly where you are. So once they have that vision and awareness of RSG's game plan, it seems like RSG is kind of split apart and they can't find a way in, and there's just not enough peel for Oki and Bougie.
Yeah, not enough peel. I mean, Lucian Cutie, he needs more energy though, but the Lord.
All eyes on Losing Cutie. He's looking for the opportunity to jump in, but it doesn't seem like he's able to do that at all as he doesn't have the flicker. The Electro Final Blow is just going to be right in the middle of the team fight, but not quite enough to actually clip onto anyone else at all. RSG may have lost Bray. The Lord is not going over to the side of RSG, and Bleed is finding themselves trampling around the battlefield.
What a play there, right? I mean, Bray tried to rush in from the back behind the Lord, but he's just going to get pinned down by KLVJ, not being able to steal the Lord. In the end, the Lord is going to go into Deck's hands and Bleed. Right now, they equalize the goal economy, and now it is neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Yes, but also RSG is kind of on the back foot here, right? They're playing off having to defend against this Lord, and that's coming down the top lane here. Lucian Cutie somehow has to find an angle, but the rest of his team is so far away as well.
They're not really finding a lot of value out of getting in Novaria as a main in this game this time. Diablo was hoping that he'll be able to be the one to start the team fight first. The Electro Final Blow did manage to connect only on 1 person over his very over-expiring 4-man Electro Final Blow. But regardless, it's spiraled for the team of RSG. Help them to defend against the Lord, help them bring Sagitnu down and push Bleed away to ensure that they don't lose any more turrets from this point onwards. Big win.
It's huge, especially considering they didn't even lose that inhibitor, right? It's still standing, albeit on the last legs of its health there, but they've got it still alive, and I think that's big for RSG. So now, clearing up the waves, looking for a way to get a bit more control of the map such that they can potentially find some fights, maybe pick off someone. They really need to find a catch here for them to be able to get an advantage in the fight.
Oh, I think that the Divine Glaive from Buji is finally coming in. And I think that that is finally where we might be able to see more value out of this Novaria. Novaria has mostly been, kind of tickling the front lines because, let's be honest here, there's quite a bit of front lines from the side of Bleed. And it's very difficult to clip anyone over to the back, whom your main target is going to be Dak as well as FMM. That is the problem of fielding in Novaria. It's all skill shot. You make it or you don't.
Either you make it or you break it into the backline, trying to catch out onto FMM or maybe Dak, or maybe try to chunk out on JPL as well. But that's the whole point of Novaria, right? You're there to chunk down and then make that space for your team, and Diablo is going to be able to go in and threaten Bleed to back off. And this time though, they're walking up. Oh, the flicker from JPL though.
I think the Lucy Cutie, okay, it appears that he's going to go for the Divine Judgment onto JPL instead. That is going to be one of the Divine Judgments that's going to be quote-unquote wasted, as he wasn't able to drag him far enough. That is two of the members from the side of RSG that's going to be taken down. Bleed didn't even lose a single person. Diablo is hanging around onto being an extra right now. He didn't really attend the previous performance, but perhaps he's got a bigger role ahead of him.
Exactly. And right now, RSG, they're trying to get some attention off of themselves and Bleed. They're just trying to secure onto the Lord and go for the GG push right now. And Diablo just trying to make way for Bray. Bray's just trying to walk right in, but he's gonna get flipped up.
Bray getting caught by JPL. What was that? Onwards! Diablo is going to be jumping over the back lines to try to deal with FMM as well as Dak, but I don't think that he'll be able to run away far enough. He did buy a with the Trunken, but we are talking about Dak after all, a fully decked out Dak. As such, Bleed, they did manage to take this game in a chokehold. RSG going to completely cycle through, leaving Buji and Oki left alone while waiting for Bleed to take down the Lord and waiting for their imminent doom.
It could well be imminent doom at this point, right? RSG is having such a hard time fighting against this composition of Bleed, and Bleed spotting out, RSG's path into the Lord. JPL with that onward perfect timing, just missed from there. And now Bleed are going right into the base here.
We do have the heavy spin from Killvision, push everyone away as a small little insurance, I gotta have to say, for Bleed to take that one win away